when you was announced to be one of the guys to play for the USA team, because we all want to we got these levels from college, from high school. Like we want to be all Americans. We want to win the whole thing in college. We want to make the McDonald's game. We want to be the number one pick. It's all these statues that you want to get, but everybody want to play with their USA across their chest. It's only 13 guys that can go, and it's a lot of guys in the NBA, and it's a lot of guys that want to go, and there's some that might not, but it's a lot of guys that want to do it at least one time. When you heard you can be part of the USA team and the team that they was bringing with them, with you to play with you, like that's the best team in the world at the time. You part of
that. Right. Q.
So I was there when you heard that.
That boy got drafted to the Avengers.
Yeah, you just got 90 2 years ago, and then next you part of the USA team.
One thing after another began to start happening, like great thing after great thing after great thing. And it was amazing, to get the call from Jerry Colangelo. I knew at that point, I was probably one of the best shooters in the world, if not the best at that stretch. And so I knew I was going to get a call because in 2004 we needed shooting in the Olympics. And Jerry called me and he said, "Mike, we need you on the team." I said, "Wow. Like this is," so I went for an interview with Jerry in Chicago, actually. After practice, I went down to Chicago and meet with Jerry. He was meeting with all of us individually. And, I said, "Jerry, before we start the interview, I got to change to a suit." I said, "I want to approach the situation in the interview professionally. Let me change out of these warm-ups and let me put on the suit." And so he was like, "You don't have to do that," but like, okay, like, wow. And so, because what I was doing, I was making sure, I'm going to make sure I'm on this team. And,
straight up, I'm finna impress you guys.
Yeah, 100%. So I approached like a real interview, and to be on that team, Q and D, was like, wow, represent your country, obviously, and being one of the top players in the world again, to bring back glory to the U.S. was amazing.
That was the redeem team. That's the other part, because y'all were the team after they lost. Y'all were the team tasked with fixing what had went wrong. So. Like that was a big deal for the first team after it had shown that, like, oh, the America's team they lost. How did that happen? And this other part I wanted to ask you, like, because when we grew up, we had obviously 92 was the first year they flipped it over, and it was a dream team. Like, at any point was you thinking like, yeah, they ain't calling it that no more, but I just made dream team, like whatever number it would be, like from when Jordan them did it, I looked at every USA team as like the dream team. That you get that feeling like, dog, like absolutely. I'm in those footsteps right now.
Absolutely. And so what was interesting, D and Q, you remember this university team in college. So I played for the college university team, the junior Olympic team for us in college.
I won that gold. Yeah, I won that gold.
Exactly right. I was on the gold as well. Exactly right. And so it was an incredible experience. So we got almost like farm system from that point on. And so it was a cool process, but like to be on that team, the senior team, was unbelievable. And the practices every day, to be with, the Kobe's and the D-Wades and LeBrons, J Kids, Darren Williams, Chris Paul. I mean, to be with those guys, Tayshaun Prince's, the Whites, Chris Paul, Chris Bosh, on and on, Carlos Boozer. It was an incredible team, and you couldn't help but get better practicing that every day. So, but the thing was, and you guys remember this, it was a 3-year process. Yeah. So it wasn't like fly by night.
The World Championships, then, yeah.
That's exactly right. I got married that year in 2006. So Jerry gave me an excuse not to be able to be on that team. Came back in 2007 with Kobe, 2008. And then obviously we made history in 2008.
At the time, Kobe and LeBron is the two biggest things in basketball. Yeah. Just speak on both of their presence on that team. We watched the Netflix series of the Redeem team, and, LeBron, it seemed like he was more of the laughter and, keeping people loose, and Kobe was keeping people up on we still got to be focused, and we ain't playing. And just how he approached everything, and instead of him scoring how he always score, he was looking to play defense. He was looking to do other things. But just speak on them two at the time being the biggest in basketball, and how they committed and and took stuff away from their game just to be a part of their team and make their team work.
I'm releasing a documentary this summer about my experience. I know the Redeem Team documentary came out on Netflix a couple of years ago, but I'm releasing my own perspective on the Michael Red app in the App Store. I'm going to be launching that. And,
Michael Red app. Wow, got that on
like,
my phone,
damn,
man.
like that boy just threw that out
plug
there
you in.
real smooth. Came out, let that slide out there real smooth. Like we like, hold on, my man.
Go get that Michael Red app.
Yeah, man, y'all go run that up, man. My man got his own goddamn app.
We subscribing now.
No, I appreciate it. I appreciate it, guys. No, it's funny you mentioned that D and Q about that experience because I'm gonna launch a documentary on that on my app and talk more about that. But like LeBron was younger at the time, 23, so he was just full of life, like he still is today, but like just funny, jovial, and Kobe was adapting to being with the team at the time. And it was so funny to watch. Both alphas, obviously, huge personalities in their own right. And it was moments where LeBron was just curious of like Kobe, how he rolls. And we would talk about it, whatever. I knew because I was older. Me and Kobe are a year apart. God rest his soul. And so me, J Kidd, and Kobe like the elder statesmen on the team. And so it's funny to watch the young group with Melo, Chris Paul, LeBron compared to us and D-Wade. They were younger. So, but Kobe, man, was incredible. Kobe was funny in his own right, but LeBron was obviously just the life of the team. And they worked so well together, when the media or people may have perceived that they was not as close. But they worked so well together. And it was dynamic, man. Both of those guys together. It was incredible.
Man, you see guys go to them USA teams and you compete against each other for so many years, but then they play on a USA team and they win that gold together, and it seems like they got a lifelong bond. Like it's just something different. It's they come back from that. It's still competitive, but something changed. You know what I'm saying? Like when they don't play in the USA and they just been competing every year and not being on each other's team, then they play together that one summer. And then after that, they compete, but it'd be a little bit of, I release a little bit of this animosity towards you.
So you're 100% right. It's like with us, right? When I see y'all, I'm going to hug y'all's neck off, right? We hug each other. We love each other. There's a bond when you play in the NBA that it's hard to describe, right? Same thing with the U.S. team. To this day, when I see everybody, it's just love and hugs and whatever, and we have a bond. And it was unique. And to your point, D, like we start calling each other, and then like this whole thought of like, man, what if we played together? Like, man, it'd be interesting if we played together, right? Because back then we all know like we wanted to be with our team, and we'll go down with the team. We'll sync with the team if we have to. But
we want trade jerseys.
I want to beat you.
Nah,
I want to beat you more to compete with you. You know, but like that team, the young guys was like, man, what if we play? And then we were thinking like that a little bit, like, what if we play together? I think that was a seed that we saw grow into when LeBron made that move to Miami to play with D-Wade and Chris Bosh. And so we all had a lot of conversations about like teaming with each other and how that would look because we enjoyed each other so much. It was like fun. And so it was great, man. And I remember just getting better and better working with those guys. And then all of a sudden during the season, we would call each other and like check in with each other. And to your point, D, we got to beat each other, but like we just had a love for each other, man. And then it was 3 years of being together: dinners, breakfasts, practices, lunches. So it wasn't just
summer.
correct. Every summer we're living together. So that bond was there for sure.